Hey there, welcome back to Manotick StringWorks. Glad to have you here. Please remember to like and subscribe for more video content. So today on the bench we have a 2016 Fender Marcus Miller Jazz 5. It's a Chinese copy though, not the real thing. A bit of a fret issue, so if we come in close, right there around the 20th fret, around there. Look how wiggly it is. So that's from the factory like that. So I don't know if they just bent it when they hammered it in or the slots screwy. We'll find out. So I just loosened up the strings and taped them off so they're out of the way. It's just one fret, so I'm not going to take everything off. Shouldn't take too long to fix this. Famous last words, I know. I'll just get them out of the way, the strings. I'll take a utility knife and just score along the edge of the fret. Loosen up any of the finish, if there's any glue under there. Not sure if you can hear that, but it's a little crispy, and I noticed that the ends of the fret there was already coming up. I could get the edge of the utility knife blade under there. So I'm not expecting this fret will give me too much of a fight. And I don't think I'm going to heat it up. It feels pretty loose. So I'll just keep scoring under the fret and the ends. Make sure we don't get any major chip out or anything from the finish. It is a nice lacquer finish on this maple fretboard. Alright, so we'll use these fret pulling pliers, not flyers, from Hosco. So really thin ends so you can get right under the fret. So I'm not going to protect the board here too much because it's pretty loose. So, and it's sticking up already, so I think should be able to pry this out without too much problem. You know, just be gentle, take your time, no rush. It's already lifting up on the bass side there. Shouldn't take much more. These pliers are really helpful. They get right under the fret. There we go. Like an old rotted tooth. Yeah, you can see how bent it is. Look at that. And the slot looks pretty straight, so I think it's just an installation issue. Well, let's start cleaning out the slot. So I've got this nice ultra thin 52 tooth per inch razor saw. So we'll start with that one because I know it's thinner than the fret slot in width, so I know I'm not going to open it up or anything. Has some crispy glue, it seems like. Maybe a bit of lacquer, but some crispy stuff in there. So again, just take my time. Move the saw back and forth slowly. Try and follow the radius a little bit. It's not much of a radius down at this end of the fretboard, a little bit. I think this is a 12-degree radius, 12-inch radius. So I'm going to move up to a little wider saw now. So this one's got 24 teeth per inch. It's called a fine kerf razor saw. This one's a little wider, but still not as wide as the fret slot. And you'll be careful with your guitar body with these saws, right? Got the strings there, it'll sort of prevent the saw from riding on the body if ever it slipped out. But yeah, I'll go back and forth a few times, clean it out. I've got a little brush there on the bench all the time to brush away any dust or debris. And once you feel the slot is sufficiently clean, then we'll get on to the next step. So I like to put a little bit of CA glue. No. PVA glue. So this is woodworking glue, right? Just standard. This is Gorilla Glue, but it's woodworking glue. I like to use that better than super glue. One, has a little more, open time. You can leave it in there for a bit. And two, it's easy to clean up with just a wet cloth or paper towel, right? CA glue, if it gets anywhere, just becomes a real mess. So, and this actually, because there's a bit of water in the glue, it does swell up the wood fibers inside the slot. So when you do get that fret in there and the glue dries, it swells up nice and tight together. So I'm going to use a Jescar nickel silver vintage jumbo fret. So 104 thousandths by wide by 47 thousandths tall. That's what I had. It's pretty close to what was there. I'm going to have to crown and level this fret anyways to the other two beside it. So I'll just gently tap it in with a hammer. Went in nicely. These frets actually are pre-cut too, so it just happened that they fit the width of the neck. This is a 5-string bass. Just happened to fit the width of the neck pretty perfectly. I'll have a little bit of dressing on the ends, but if this had been a 4-string, obviously I'd have to clip the end. Now we'll use the fret rocker, and obviously you can see that it's too high, right? The other ones are fine beside it, so I'm gonna have to knock that down. I think I measured with the calipers. I think the other frets were about 38, 39, 40 thousandths. So I'll have to take about 7 or 8 thousandths off the top of the fret. So I'll just mark it with a blue Sharpie. Makes it easy to see. And I've got a bunch of different fret crowning files and things, so I'll just get at it. So I'll use this nice one here and just start filing away. Now what I like with this is obviously I'm removing material, but it's also crowning the fret too. So it's sort of a 2-in-1 action. Again, it's nothing magic. You just keep going at it. So I decided to tape off the fingerboard just in case I slipped off there, right? So I just kept going at it. Took about 10 minutes or so in real time. Actually changed the blade to a little wider blade. I found this took off the material a little quicker, a little more evenly. Gotta love that sound, eh? Alright, so the level is pretty good. I'm going to use the fret end dressing file. So I've got a nice hollow ground and then 2 files and a safe edge on the bottom. So I'll do the fret ends, roll them over nicely there, and then just file the sides of the fret ends there, right? Just round them. Get them comfy and smooth. Like I said, these frets were pretty good. Almost the exact width, so just a little bit of dressing on the ends. Get those strings out of the way for the bass side. Now you can flip the guitar around if you're not comfortable, switching the tool around. But I've done this a few times, so that's fine. Pick guard's there, but I don't want to scratch it up. So just work the end of the fret a bit. Round it over, smooth it off to the edge of the fretboard. The bass side was hanging over just a little bit more than the treble side. So these files are great because you can use the sides, you can use that nice hollow ground. So it's a really versatile fret tool. Again, that safe bottom, you can just round over those corners and not worry about the fretboard at all. Again, you're not heavy-handed with it, right? You don't want to gouge anything, but it works really nicely. Alright, so there we go. Looking good. Looks very similar to the frets beside it. And I did check it with the fret rocker, and I apologize, I lost the video footage. Or didn't turn the record button off. So I don't have the polishing with the fret erasers, or just checking it with the fret rocker. But trust me, it's leveled to the frets beside it. So that's it. That was quick and easy. So we'll just string this bass back up again. And just have one more quick look at the fret once with the strings on to make sure that there's no buzzing or anything like that. Yeah, so tuned up. Yeah, everything's good there. Yeah, no buzzing across the fret, so that's great. So thanks for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe for more video content. Thanks. Take care.